In the Mushroom Kingdom, there were 2 sisters, each one in line to the throne of Mushroom Castle. The beautiful, mature, and kind older sister, Princess Toadstool, and the competitive, multi-talented, and secretly jealous younger sister, Princess Peach. Toadstool did everything in her power to make the Mushroom Kingdom a prosperous and beautiful place to be. Even after a few kidnappings by the evil King Bowser Koopa, which followed up by being saved by Mario, she still managed to keep improving the kingdom every day to the point of making it a world for everyone to live happily. However, her sister, Peach, did nothing of the sort. All she loved to do was win in competitions of many kinds, and did everything in her power to win, even to the point of manipulating everything to her spoiled will. She competed in sports, kart races, party boards, and many more. And she almost always managed to either win or drive the others mad to the point of giving up. She had a knack for getting what she wanted, though there were a few things that she couldn't have, and those are the things she wanted most, and she was willing to kill in order to obtain them. Obviously, the one with the throne is the one with the power, and Toadstool was the one in the throne. So she was the one everyone looked up to. Peach saw how much love and admiration Toadstool was getting, being active princess in the Mushroom Kingdom, and she wanted it. And when she tried to take it from her sister, Toadstool only said, "Dearest little sister, you have so much potential that could be put to good use for the kingdom. I'm the one given the responsibility. Please, be patient. If something were to happen to me, you would be the one to take my place. But that would not be until I pass away. In the meantime, why not have fun and play some more of your games? You're very well skilled and talented at those games that you love to play. Also, you're the only one out of the 2 of us who can play after all." Peach took what her sister said to heart, perhaps a bit too much. But she still wasn't satisfied with those words. She didn't want to wait. But that wasn't the only thing that Peach wanted from her sister. Toadstool was seen as a beautiful maiden among the common folk, while Peach was just seen as a cute little girl. Peach wasn't satisfied with that. She wanted to be pretty, not cute. She wanted her sister's looks. She wanted her face. One day, Peach comes up with a plan that she wanted. Peach comes up with a plan to finally take what she wanted. She goes up to her sister and says, "Big sister, I'm going to play in Forever Forest. Why on earth would you want to go there?" "Because I want to pick the glowing mushrooms there. They aren't poisonous, so I think I could make a cake with a few of them." "You're not going into that forest, Peach. You're far too young. You could get lost in there. And if you get lost in Forever Forest, you may never find your way out. But I really want to go there. Come on, Toadstool, please." "Very well, I'll accompany you so long as you won't get lost. I just hope that this cake you're making is going to be as good as all your others have been." Peach and Toadstool walk out of the castle and over a bridge at Southern Toad Town, where the guard of Forever Forest stands. Toadstool assures the guard that they are only going to be in there for a minute to pick mushrooms, then leave. The guards let them in. Once inside, Peach leads Toadstool into the deep forest, deeper than where the mushrooms are. Toadstool quickly realizes that they are both not going in the right direction. Peach is, however, pressing forward. They both come up to a lone tree in the middle of one of the rings with the 4 paths. Toadstool is confused. Peach, why are we here? Weren't the glowing mushrooms that way?" "Oh, I saw some over there, near that tree. Could you please stand over there?" "You mean right here? What's here?" The tree then comes to life and extends its branches. It opens its eyes and crooked mouth and proceeds to grab Toadstool with its branches. "Huh? Ah! Let me down! Let go of me, Peach! Do something! Quickly! Grab the clippers!" Peach just stands there looking downward, starting to chuckle. She slowly looks up to Toadstool with a big grin and says, "I was just looking at you and listening to you scream for help, and it's starting to make me laugh. I always wanted your face. I always wanted your voice." She then tilts her head with that same twisted grin. Big sister, can I have it, please? Huh? What are you going on? She then sees that one of her limbs, her left arm, was torn off. She then proceeds to scream. The tree begins to cackle and laugh as Toadstool's blood starts leaving her body in a crimson mess. You always got the looks. You even got the throne. And everyone looked up to you. And now, they're all mine. As Peach had proceeded to say these words, the tree continued to tear off each of Toadstool's limbs, covering her mouth so her screams were muffled. Then, once she finished, the branch covering her mouth impales Toadstool through the throat. Peach then drops to her knees to the now dead Toadstool on the ground. She takes out a single spoon that she hid in her pocket and starts taking out the inner parts of her sister's remains and puts them all in her flesh. She then takes a butcher knife and a potato peeler that she stole from TCT to slice and peel her skin off. She tries to stay quiet on the off chance that someone may be around to hear her. She takes the remaining flesh and innards and puts them back together and switches dresses with her. She takes her sister's skin and puts it on herself. She slips the legs on like stockings and the arms on like gloves, and wears her sister's torso like a chest plate, and the face is a mask. Though she could not do anything about the hair, she had a plan for that. She calls upon Kamek to assist her. She had planned from the start that this would be her, what she went with. She had Kamek put her completely back together and swap the two hair colors. Peach's darker hair turns a shining golden, while Toadstool's turns from blonde to a dark brown. Her next order for Kamek was to have him completely fuse her sister's skin onto her. He asked why they would go through all this, and Peach simply reminded him, I told you, if you don't help me fully, Kamek, I will do the same thing to you. Kamek's face turns blue, and he quickly complies to her demands. Toadstool's skin now magically fuses with Peach's. Toadstool's face is now permanently Peach's newest face. She grows slightly taller, and the blood disappears, as if nothing happened. Kamek disappears into the shadows and flies away. Peach now picks up the intact but skinned corpse of her sister and waits until nightfall. When everyone is asleep, she takes her sister's body out of the forest and sneaks it past the sleeping guard, over the bridge and up the road. She carries the body over to the newly formed Toadstool Gardens and proceeds to bury her 6 feet into the garden. She takes the knife and cuts her apart again, and puts the left and right legs in the southernmost corners of the garden, and the left and right arms in the northernmost parts, and the head and torso in the very center with the arch over her. She quickly and thoroughly covers the hole with dirt. She then goes to her knees once again, starts crying, but then slowly starts laughing. Princess Toadstool is dead, and becomes the fertile soil for Toadstool Garden and flower fields. Eventually, flowers have grown in the Toadstool Gardens, but they died, and have left behind magical seeds for one day to have flowers grown again, in the resting place of their late fair Princess Toadstool. Years passed and no one suspected a thing. Peach knew this since the kingdom is full of mushroom-brain idiots. They didn't suspect that one of the sisters has gone missing, just as Peach wanted it. As the years went on, everyone forgets Princess Toadstool's existence. Even Peach didn't remember her own sister. She moved on to bend the kingdom to her will, and there is no stopping her. All hail Princess Peach, ruler of the Mushroom Kingdom.